and welcome to the Gagootz Show. Tonight, our special guests are comedians Paul Bond and John Consoli. We also have Cooking Italiano Alfredo Gagootz. And now, here's your hosts, Benny Rizzuti and Nicole Monaco.
Hello, happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Yeah, happy almost Thanksgiving, everyone. And Stephen Perillo, thank you not only for the great introduction, but for that wonderful new opening segment that we have.
It came out marvelous.
Marvelous.
When somebody watches the first minute, they know what the show is all about.
Well, I do what I can, Mr. Rizzuti.
You did great work. I gave you just 1 minute to do it. And I just want to say kudos to Stephen Perillo.
Yay.
And I'd like to say that I think a lot of people, a lot of our viewers do not know that Stephen Perillo is probably the busiest man in comedy on Long Island. You
okay?
I'm not saying you're making any money out of it.
Well, okay, there we go.
But you are one of the busiest people.
Okay,
because
well, not just with gigs, I guess I do a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff.
Yes.
a lot of behind the scenes.
A lot of great behind-the-scenes stuff. Not that way.
Except, yeah, we heard about you and Mike Keegan. But
Can we air that?
Stupid Nicole.
Oh. On a very special episode of the Gagootz Show.
Nah, he wishes.
Oh, she's
And I'll tell you what, you did such a great job that I almost feel bad that I insult you on all the different shows.
I'm
I
the
tease
whipping
you
boy.
and I insult. But the only reason I do that is because we don't have enough room on the couch for another co-host.
I can take a hint.
But you're great. I'm going to try not to insult you at all for at least
an hour for this episode.
for this episode. I wasn't going to go that far. I was going to say, maybe 10 minutes.
All right.
Whoa.
So how was everybody's week?
It was good.
So far, so good. I have a little gig tomorrow night at the Broadway Comedy Club at 9 o'clock. If anybody wants to come see me, I'll be doing stand-up there. So.
On Broadway, huh?
Yeah, not on Broadway, but
With the
in
Broadway Comedy?
Yes.
It's right near the Ed Sullivan Theater.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I did a show there at the Broadway Comedy Cafe,
Oh.
which was next door, and I don't think it exists anymore.
Very nice.
But the Broadway Club is still that's a nice place. Good for
Yeah,
you.
thanks.
Be
I'm
a great
excited.
audience.
Yeah. Got some people coming down, so we'll see.
It'll be fun.
What's everybody's plans for Thanksgiving?
I'm getting together with my family in Babylon around the island. I have my family in Brooklyn have invited me, in Staten Island and Brooklyn. Thank you, but I can't make it. Thank you. I said, my cousins are like the greatest brothers and sisters that I could have.
Oh,
They
that's
really
nice.
are. My whole family. And my family in Babylon that I'm getting together with, I love them.
Oh, he has family that loves him. I wonder what that feels like.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving then,
Hanging out
Stephen?
with my family.
Oh, you have those. They love you.
Yeah, they do love me. I love them too.
That's sweet.
Yeah. Does everybody wear a trench coat on Thanksgiving?
Yeah, you would think we're like penguins, but no. No, I am literally the twisted branch of the family tree. Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. Everyone else is completely normal, and then there's me.
What does normal mean?
Well, normal means like they work.
They get paid.
They get paid.
Well, you work.
I know, I do.
You work like 3, 4 in the morning. You do your best work
Yeah,
while everybody's getting ready to go to work.
Yeah, that's what I do. I'm a night.
A night owl.
I'm a night. Yes. Oh, the callback on that. Look at that.
No owls.
No more of that.
No.
Anyway, since it is almost Thanksgiving, I couldn't find a turkey, so we have a rubber chicken.
Got a rubber chicken here. It's really nice. You want to stand him up?
No, he used to work.
Let him hang out on the pumpkin.
On the pumpkin.
Take it out.
And we have a pumpkin.
We don't have a
We're
cornucopia.
going to make some pumpkin
We don't have a
pie.
cornucopia. We
We don't
missed
have
the
a
memo on that.
cornucopia. I meant to bring one too.
Damn.
Yeah. Maybe next Thanksgiving show.
We'll see.
If I'm around like that.
Oh, stop.
Oh, you'll be around. You'll have to make the new opening.
The season 3 opening. There we go.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then, I got to see Mr. Mike Dillon this Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah, Mike Dillon, who
The
runs
Clarion?
a lot of comedy shows and everything.
Yeah,
He's been ill.
I went down there. He was doing one of his open mic shows, and he gave me a guest spot. That was a very nice one. But I mostly went down there just to actually see how he was doing, because I know he just got out of the hospital and surgery and whatnot. And it was nice of him that he gave me that spot.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh, Mike's a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, if it wasn't for Mike Dillon, I would never have learned of Madhouse TV studio, and we would not be here
Really?
right now. Really.
I did not know that.
Yes, because the way I found out about Madhouse was Mike had posted in the comedy networking on Facebook that they were looking for a comedian to do TV, to do a TV spot on this show, and I had that April Brucker show coming up with that Stephen was a part of. And so I thought, oh, there's a great way. And I came here, and I was on the Insight show with Reverend Dennis that you've heard about. A great show. It was had a lot of fun on the show. And I promoted and after that, I heard Reverend Dennis was looking for a new partner, a new co-host. Oh. So I was trying to get, but, a Reverend and Benny Gagootz. Reverend
the
and
best
Gagootz,
duo.
what do you think? You think that would have been a duo?
That's a reality TV show right there.
Yeah.
The Reverend and the Gagootz. It
Yeah.
sounds like the sequel to the Ghost of Mrs. Muir.
Pinky in the Brain.
Pinky in the Brain.
Oh, that's funny.
Last night was the Belmore Bean, which we've talked about, the open mic at the Belmore Bean. It was their 1-year anniversary last night.
Yes, it was, yes.
And they had a list.
They had a top 5 moments at the Belmore Bean.
And you made the list, Mr. Rizzuti.
Yes, you did. I think maybe last week or the week before we mentioned that you were involved and that you thought it was like almost staged. It was like when we had Frank here because people wanted to get him involved in their acts or whatever, and they thought this guy was staged in to like mess up Benny's act that he was doing. Yeah, Sicilian. Like, don't make fun of Sicilians, this, that, the other thing. So he made the list, which was cool.
Yeah, I made that. I heard today, Les texted me, said you made the list.
Yeah.
And what's ironic about it is if you've seen our new opening that Steve made, it shows me doing the bit that I got yelled at for, that the guy flipped out on, covering the jacket over my head, which is the Sicilian parade.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a Sicilian parade, and then I went into, wouldn't it be cool if there's a mafia fashion show, and the guy bugged out. I hate the fact that people... Right away, they associate Sicilians with crime and criminals, and oh my! And I couldn't talk. I tried to talk to the guy, and people thought it was a plant. But then he made that night. He made the show because, as I said, every comedian that came on had some Sicilian joke to say.
It's awesome. It was very funny. And then
you weren't number one though. Unfortunately.
No, you weren't number one. But it was really funny because Les had a moment and he was like, and then Benny's wife, Nancy.
And me and Nicole
we just started dying laughing.
Oh my God. And like everyone's looking at us like, what the?
Like, that means you guys need to start watching our show more often.
That's exactly what it means.
Yes, yeah. A lot of people, they don't watch the show, the comics, but we're getting a great buzz. I heard last week we got so many hits, and it's still going strong. Last week's show.
Over almost 2,000.
Almost 2,000.
Oh my God.
Wow.
And
I think Frank's waiting room, who comes in the Walker and sings, I think he had a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
Because he has a following of, he has like 6,000 people that follow his videos.
Yeah, very cool. So,
really cool. And Frank will be back. He'll be back, but we won't tell you when.
He'll be back.
He'll be back. Frank will definitely be back. So anyway, I think we're going to go to Cooking Italiano. We're going to go to a video, Cooking Italiano. Then we're going to take a break, and then we'll be back with our first guest, John Consoli.
Woo! Nice.
You are watching Madhouse TV, the Gagootz Show on Madhouse TV.
I found him outside.
Ciao, my friends. Before we go to the part 2 of... Ciao, my friends. You know me, Alfredo Gagootz, celebrity chef. And before we go to the part 2 of Alfredo Cooks, Alfredo Fettuccine, Alfredo Fettuccine. Ciao, my friends. You know me. Over the USA, I love America. God bless America. So when I want to teach you American how to cook a good Italiano food. So here, some of you want to know about the Gagootz. This is the Gagootz. Well, today we don't cook the Gagootz, but I want you to see it's a longer squash from my homeland, Sicily. And I come from the town of Gagootz. I know, kiddie or not, Gagootz, we make the best ricotta. A lot of people in America, you buy ravioli in a can. Are you kidding me? Ravioli in a can? I got a friend, he died eating a ravioli in a can. His grandmother caught him in the kitchen and beat the hell out of him with a cane. Disgraziato. So one of you got a nice big pot. You got the garlic. You get some nice virgin olive oil. Good luck trying to find a virgin in this neighborhood. You know what I'm going to talk about. Before you cook the Gagootz, the first thing, you don't want to chop it right away, okay? We don't make a circumcision. This is a no bris. This is a cooking show. Okay? First you want to massage your Gagootz. Excuse me. Oh, my English is not too good. It's no massage. You want to wash your Gagootz. You want to wash, you want to make sure your Gagootz is clean. You don't want any STDs on your Gagootz. STD is a Siciliano Tortellini Disgraziato, which is they look down on you if you know eat a cleaner Gagootz. They look down, it's like you eat a leftover tortellini. Nobody does it. Or you don't put a sauce on the tortellini, you put a butter on the tortellini. That's a STD. Siciliano Tortellini Disgraziato. Hey my friends, welcome back. Virgin olive oil. You take I got an extra virgin olive oil because I know with a Gagootz like this, she's gonna be a virgin no more. And then you Sicily, cotta bolotta. We make the best ricotta. I'm still stirring over here. I like to dance. You like to dance? I like to eat. I like to dance. I think I left something in the bottom of my pants. Wooden spoons. One wooden spoon you use. You stir. What do you make? Okay, you stir. What do you make? And then the other one, you gotta heat the kids a little bit. I don't know one Italiano who wasn't not afraid of a wooden spoon. I'm not talk abuse, but one time you need a little bit on the behind, a scarabinga. Scarabinga, learn to cook and be a good kid. Be good to your parents, love your parents because they love you. Now remember, don't forget, Alfredo Gagootz, he loves you. Ciao. Hey, I'm making this up as I go along.
All new equipment, all new sets, exciting new shows for 2015, only on MadhouseTV.com. 2015 is coming, and so are exciting new shows on Madhouse TV. We're pouring more into what makes us so fun and different. All new sets, all new equipment, and more to enhance your viewing experience. It's a brand new year. Watch what happens on Madhouse TV.
Yo, yo, what's up, yo? This is me, PMC, in the place to be, the greatest MC in history. There will never be an MC greater than me. And right about now, the only place for you to be is with the one and only Madhouse TV.
You are the man.
And we're back with our first guest, John Consoli. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming down tonight.
It's great to be here. Thanks.
Yeah. We have a lot to cover with you tonight.
Okay. All right. Let it roll.
We have, you have a one-man show.
I do.
And a book.
Yep.
With the same title.
Correct.
You don't get to wear that.
Right.
How are they different from one another?
Well, I wrote the book first, and then I took the one-man show out of the book. So it's the same story, but definitely condensed. You know, it's a one-man show.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And you have a stand-up act, which is separate from...
Some call it that, yes. Yeah, my stand-up act is different from the book and the one-man show. So different stuff, yeah.
When do you do the one-man show?
Whenever I can. Whenever I can. The next time is going to be in, we're working right now on securing a date in Nassau County for probably mid-February.
I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing it with, you guys know Rob Cividanis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So Rob's going to be doing, he also has a one-man show that he did, and we're going to do those together at a theater in Nassau, so we're working on it right now.
Cool.
Yeah, great. Let us know.
The first couple of ones I did with Stevie Jeeby.
Right.
You know, to put them together, you know, work with somebody, it makes it more fun and more entertaining for the people.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, 2 different one-man shows.
Exactly.
And how long does that run?
Well, my show runs just about an hour, and I think Rob's is like 50-something minutes, so 2 hours of entertainment. We do a little break in the middle. It works out good.
Nice.
It's a nice night out. You should all come out. It's a great time.
We wanted to. I don't know what happened. We missed that. I wanted to see that.
Hey, you have better stuff to do. Well, you come in. You come in February. I'll buy the book. The book's on Amazon. It's doing great.
I wanted to ask you about it. I will buy the book. I'll probably get a couple of them for Christmas.
It makes
presents.
a great Christmas gift.
And
they're family members you never want to see again.
You could get me.
Oh yeah, you want the book?
Well, they don't come signed in it, but if you get one, I'll sign it for you the next time I see you.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, it's called You Don't Get to Wear That, and I've got an ebook. It's an ebook and also paperback. So whatever you want to do.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, great. That's excellent.
Yeah.
So when did you decide that you wanted to start doing comedy?
Well, I always wanted to do comedy, but I actually didn't make the time to do it until right before my 50th birthday. I know it's hard to believe, but I'm 52 years old.
Oh,
and,
you don't look it.
Yeah, so it's been, I just had my 3rd year comedy anniversary in October.
Very nice.
And,
That's
yeah.
great.
And I started like everybody else. I went down to the brokerage in Belmore and did one of those open mics.
Yeah.
And just loved it. And you know, doing it ever since.
Now you've said it's a dream come true to you. So
it really is. It's something that, I mean, if you do this business and take it seriously, I think all of us have fantasized about, you know, being on a stage and telling jokes to people and maybe having them laugh. So yeah, it's cool. And now to do it and actually, you know, get paid to do it. It's pretty cool.
It is a dream come true.
It really is.
Yeah.
Do you make a living mostly on...
No, rare is the comedian that makes a living mostly on doing this. It's a very competitive business. So I do still have a software consulting business during the day, and you know, and work pretty aggressively at comedy. And I have some things in the works where my hope is that, you know, next year, not 2015 but 2016, to be making a living doing this. That's the goal.
And you've only been at it 3 years.
Yeah, 3 years.
And already you have a book, you have a one-man show, and an act.
Yeah, man, but you know what, one of the things, Benny, is that when I hear people when they ask, you know, how long have you been doing this, I think the chronology of it is really irrelevant, right? It's not how long you've been doing it, it's how often you've been doing it. How much do you get on stage? What do you put, I mean, you know, people say, well, you wrote a book, you did this, you did that. I got 24 hours in a day just like you do. I've chosen, because of the goals I want to attain, to just put more time into doing stuff. So, you know, that 3 years, you know, if I could sit in a garage for 7 years, it doesn't make me a car, right? So guys who walk around saying, I've been a comedian for 5 years. How often do you get on stage? How often do you write? Who are you seeking out counsel from, and who's mentoring you and helping you get better? Or do you tell me you're a comedian because you go to 5 open mics a week and tell jokes to some idiots in the back of the room? Well, I'm sorry. I'm a little, you know. whole go sit in an open mic, tell jokes to other guys who say they're comedians.
Doesn't make you a comedian.
Yeah, then don't bust my balls because you've been doing this for 17 years, I've been doing it for 3, and one of us is doing better than the other.
Right.
It's not. It's just, you know, what do you want to put into it? Like anything else.
Well, I do theater shows, right?
Sure.
I like doing shows. I did a show in the same theater you did your one-man show.
Yeah, Saluna,
right?
great.
So
yeah.
I like doing, and Stephen Perillo has done them with me. I like doing them, but I tell people, stand-up comedy is not a hobby to me. I don't consider it a hobby.
Right.
I consider it an accomplishment.
Sure.
But I don't get to do it all the time. But when I'm on stage,
Yep.
that's what I am. I'm
Right.
performing stand-up comedy, and I want to be the best of my ability.
And there's nothing wrong with stand-up comedy being a hobby. I don't look down on anybody who does. I have respect for anybody who gets up on stage in front of a venue where there's people they don't know. And isn't it crazy? You stand in front of people who are strangers and try to get them to laugh. I respect that, regardless of whether you do it. It's one of the toughest things in the world.
Yeah.
You know? So
But it's what you put into it when you go up on stage.
Yeah, but not everybody. It really is. But not everybody needs to have a goal of making a living at this or getting paid at a comedy club to do it. I mean, if you just want to do it at a hobby level, that's cool. Just,
it brings joy to your life.
Yeah,
you know?
It does, exactly. You bring joy to your life and make other people laugh. That's cool. And there's nothing, I don't disrespect anybody who says, hey, you know, the term, you've heard it, he's a hobby comic. So what? What's wrong with that if that's what you want to do?
But it depends. Cool. You know, there are people who go up there and you say they're a hobby comic because they don't have mic technique. They don't know their way around the stage. They don't know how to feel out an audience.
Yeah, well, none of us do, but those are the same guys who will go to see, like, well, here's the thing, right? Like later on, you have my buddy Paul Bond is going to be on as your next guest, right?
Right.
Those type of guys will say, I take this seriously, but they'll be in a club or do a show, and Paul's on stage, and they'll walk out of the room to go get a soda or talk to each other instead of paying attention to what a guy who's a pro is doing.
Right.
And studying that. That's how you learn. You know, how do I work a crowd? What do I do with my hands? How do I work a stage? You know, and that's what really pushes you to the next level.
And that's what I think separates a hobbyist from somebody who accomplishes the feat of performing stand-up.
Right. Well, there's,
because a hobbyist never learns a lot of times.
Right. Exactly. I don't disagree.
I agree. When you were writing your book, how do you compare that to writing your material?
Wow, it's different because my book is autobiographical. And even though a lot of my material talks about things that happen, you know, I like to write from experience and real instead of contrived stuff. But my stories, although the book has some funny moments in it, it's a pretty dark story. And for me, it was very emotional because it made me go back and remember things that happened in my childhood that weren't necessarily pretty. You know?
Yeah.
So it was tough. It was tough.
That's understandable. I got to read this book. It sounds like something I'm really going to like.
I want to read, I read a critic review of your book says that you use wit, humor, and self-depreciating sarcasm to it. And it says that, you know, that it was very engaging, fascinating, and often laugh out loud. Was that your intention?
Yes. First of all, thank you, Mom, for that review. And you know what, man? My intention was to tell my story because I think it's a pretty unique one. And when I wrote the first one and I read it and I said, holy cow, somebody reads this, they're going to shoot themselves. Like, it was so dark. And I said, well, you're a comedian, so inject, you know, some levity into that because really there's a laugh any place, right? And one of the things that ticks me off, like with all the crazy stuff that's going on in Ferguson, you know, that just happened, and if we joke around about that on Facebook or even in person, people go, oh, too soon. Oh, that's not funny. Yeah, it's not funny, but there's humor in everything. So I took that same approach towards my book. Like, there's a scene in my book. It's a true story. When I was a little kid, I watched my father hold a gun to my sister's head, to my little sister's head.
Wow.
That's it. The story's in the book. How do you make a joke about that? That's not funny, right? And but if you read that paragraph, that's one of my favorite chapters in the book because you'll read that and I get teared up just remembering the story. But you'll go, wow, that's crazy. A lot of people cry when they hear the story, when they hear me do it on stage. And then at the end of the chapter, there's a laugh. So it's all there, you know?
Yeah. No, I think that's great.
Thanks.
You got to find the funny in things, otherwise it's just
man.
miserable.
Right, because you guys had charmed lives, right? Nothing ever went wrong.
Oh, no.
Yeah, no.
Silver spoon all the way.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, me too. I was born in a Fiat.
Right.
You know? I actually drove out of my mother's womb with a
Fix
Fiat.
it again, Tony. Right, that's Fiat. Fix it again, Tony.
Fix it again, Tony, yeah.
That's funny. So if you were ever given a real book deal, would you go on hiatus for stand-up?
I would never stop doing stand-up comedy. I never will. It's not what I do anymore. It's who I am.
So like a 3-book deal, if they gave you like a 3-book deal and needed...
Well, you know, everybody's got their price. So if anybody from Random House is watching, you know what? There's, I guess if the circumstances were that in order to promote the book I wasn't able to get on stage, then of course I would do that. But, you know, guys that are real stand-up comics, like I heard an interview with Jon Stewart. You know, Jon Stewart's contract with Comedy Central is coming to an end. And I was listening to him on a Stern show, and he said he couldn't wait to get back on stage because he misses stand-up so much. So I think those of us that really, really... I worked this past weekend with my buddy Tom D'Addario, who's a very, very funny comic. And Tom said to me, you know what? Some people are born to be comedians, and some people aren't. And if you're a person, and I don't say that in a boasting way. I mean, some people are born to be basketball players, but if you're really born to do this and you find it, there's nothing else that you want to do, you know? Well, with your clothes on.
Anyway, we talked about the book. You don't get to wear that.
Right.
We're going to show a still of the book.
Oh, cool.
And a quick still of the book. And then we're going to take a break.
And get rid of me.
And get rid of John Consoli.
Enough with this guy.
It's great. Thank you so much, John Consoli.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
You'll be back. You'll be back at the end of the show.
I'll be back later. Thanks. See you later.
So we're going to take a break, and then we'll be back with Paul Bond. You're watching The Gagootz Show.
Are you planning an event and want to include entertainment, but you're not sure where to turn?
Act1Entertainment.net has provided over 1,500 events with quality, affordable live entertainment at private parties, corporate affairs, festivals, bike rallies, and more. Act 1 will fit into your budget. They're friendly, reliable, and do all the legwork for you. They take all major credit cards. Log on to Act1Entertainment.net for a free, no-obligation price quote, or call 631-758-3505 for a brochure.
You'll be happy you...
My name is Dr. Robert Brevard. I'm here for Multi-Medicine in Westbury, New York. We're located at 1065 Old Country Road, Suite 214. Been here for about 15 years. The practice has medical doctors, physical therapists, chiropractors, acupuncturists. We also do pain management, and we have orthopedists on staff. Here at Advanced Multi-Medicine Rehabilitation, we've got physical therapists on staff who treat an array of conditions, from neck pain to back pain, shoulder pain. We treat carpal tunnel. We treat a lot of car accident patients, slip and falls. We treat patients with knee injuries, with ankle injuries. We have state-of-the-art equipment. We've been here for over 15 years. Vast array of diagnostic testing, from x-rays to EMGs. What is an EMG? It's a diagnostic test that allows a doctor to determine where the pinched nerve is. Cora is a physical therapist at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. She's working on Stephanie, who was involved recently in an automobile accident. Stephanie has tight thoracic and cervical musculature, and Cora is doing some myofascial release work and some therapeutic stretching doing it to help her with her pain. Vicky is also a patient here at Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation. Vicky is now working her leg muscles, specifically her quadricep muscles, trying to strengthen them after an injury she sustained. If you find yourself in need of any type of physical therapy, please don't hesitate to call Advanced Multi-Medicine and Rehabilitation, located in Westbury, New York, in Suite 214. Phone number is 516-334-7000, or find us on our website at advancedmultimedicine.com.
Could switching to Geico really save you 15% or more on car insurance? Do dogs chase cats?
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
And we're back with our special guest, Paul Bond. Wake up, Paul.
Oh.
Wake up. We're on
Is
live.
this live?
TV.
Oh, I'm sorry. How are you?
Yay!
Oh my God, I love Al Bundy. How are you?
Wow,
How many times you been told that in a day?
Yeah.
You're amazing.
You haven't called me that in years.
No, I haven't, but I haven't seen you in years. We had a lot more hair then.
We did, both of us. Yeah,
we did. And you too. You had more hair.
I did, right?
And you shaved
I
to
did.
make sure it wasn't there anymore.
Paul Bond, one of the most versatile comedians. 20 years, at least 20 years.
26, but who's
26.
counting? I'm going to get it right.
I looked on your bio. You said over 20 years.
Yeah, well, that's an old bio.
That was 6 years.
That was an old bio. Why am I sitting in a pit? This is I feel like a child. Am I going to get scorned? This is horse crap. Hold on a second.
All right. What is he doing?
I'm an adult. I brought my own chair.
Live TV brought his own.
Screw this set. We're in. All right, here we go.
You got him in.
Now I'm bigger than you.
Who's bigger than you?
You'll make my. Oh, I was going to say something, but you can't say that. All right.
Yeah, we don't want to curse.
But I'm glad you had me on. I appreciate it.
I'm glad you're on. You're not only 26 years in the business, but probably one of the most versatile stand-up comedians.
I would say I'm a song and dance man. Sure.
Can you give us a little something?
A little song?
Yeah.
No. I can't give you no, you got to come to the show.
Okay.
Song parodies, impersonations.
Yes. My impersonations come from those who I really like, because you don't waste your time with people you can't stand. So, which explains why we haven't seen each other in 20 years.
Oh, man.
See, that's known as a kind of a ribbing. You, I barely know. You came to one of my classes, but we'll get back to that in a minute. Okay. Only one, which means, wow, I must have been doing really well.
This means I'm broke.
Oh, that's what it is. She's broke. But yeah, man, I enjoy doing impressions. I think it's just an extension of me. I've always been I'm an older guy, so I enjoyed Rich Little and all those impressionists, Frank Gorshin, and so I like to do things like Anthony Soprano. You go break my clothes. You don't say it. No, Gagootz. Is that your real name?
Gagootz.
I can speak. Oh, Gagootz. Look, that's how Italian I am. I don't even know Gagootz. What does Gagootz mean?
It's a very long green squash.
Wow, you almost got me nervous there for a minute. It's a long green thing.
It's a zucchini.
It's like humping an alien. But
it's like the alien's head. It's like that, but thin.
Yeah,
it's like that. And
exactly.
And it's tasty.
And it's what?
And it's tasty.
Oh, it is tasty. That's what I hear. But I love. I'm at the point in my career where, I don't BS anymore. Like I just say it the way it is, and I'm trying to find my audience, and that's the way I think that I'm going to find it, by talking about things that matter to me, and maybe the audience wants to say it, but they can't say it out loud, and I give them the vent to go, yeah! You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm feeling the same way, man! You know, like, I got a lot to say about what's going on over in Ferguson, but we won't touch that today, because that would be too controversial.
The next time you come.
Oh,
you'll be back. I hope you'll be back.
It's ridiculous.
And bring your chair.
I always bring my chair.
Absolutely.
It's beautiful. I usually have guardrails, though. So yes, I also do music in my act. I've been a musician my entire life, so it's not like it's something I didn't expect to do. You know, first I always played guitar, and in fact I only played guitar when I first started. It was kind of like a shield. It's like, if I'm playing guitar, they can't boo me because I can't hear them. You know. But I was doing like Elvis Costello, Tom Petty back in the day, all that stuff, and now I've gotten I got my bearings where I'm like, let's talk. Let's do some stuff, and it's working out really well. So
awesome.
I'm having a good time.
That's great. And now you had toured for a few years with Jim Brewer.
Oh my God, yeah, that was one of the best experiences in my career so far. Yeah, I mean, you got to imagine you're on a tour bus, going across the country, playing all of the House of Blues, going to New Orleans, going to the Fillmore, and and at the Fillmore, Jim Brewer is very good friends with Metallica. And they were up in the balcony watching us perform. Now, I was Jim's opening act, but then I was also his heavy metal guitar player because he had a band behind him on one of his specials, and we were kind of like rehearsing for that Comedy Central special during the whole tour. So it was really awkward to be up there playing heavy metal in front of James Hetfield and Kirk. It was like, okay, this is how it's done. Like this. Not know what you're doing. You know. He was like, yeah, ooh, yeah, ooh. So we did Metallica Icon on MTV, and I was on the Roast of Dennis Leary, where we played a heavy metal version of You're an A-Hole for Dennis. And on Jim's special Hardcore, we played the entire show. It was really cool because it was like a soundtrack to his entire act. It was like we were in a corner, you could see us, and you got the little visual of us. But Jim performed like I've never seen. It was amazing. He had one shot to get it right. It was flawless, and we played soundtrack. It's like if he talked about sneaking in on his, at home when he was 16 years old, being drunk, and his mom's waiting for him. We played this kind of, music that would be like haunting and stuff like that. Oh, gosh. That was it. It was just an amazing show. So, and at the end, we played the Hokey Pokey AC/DC style. So who can not love that? So that's what I'm saying. So it was a lot of fun. I've taken some Ritalin before I came here, so we should be all right.
You've been like this since I met you.
I know. I'm very hyper guy. I am. In fact, when John was sitting here, who I know very well, I was ready to jump up on his lap. He's an ex-Marine. He can handle it. He'd probably take me with his bayonet. But anyway, go ahead.
I'll
give
I was going to say one thing. Now we're going to ask you.
Your workshop. I took that. That was a good experience for me.
I enjoyed doing that because I think comics need a place to vent their new stuff before they put it in front of a live audience or bring stuff to. I'm like the conduit at this thing. I'm the professor and or teacher at this thing. We have like 7 students max. So everyone gets 20 minutes of stage time. You either bring something in that you're working on or bring in premises that you want to work on. And we go through them. And yeah, it was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. I had a good time there.
That's cool, yeah.
If anybody wants to try it, you should go.
How long is this seminar?
It winds up being like 2 to 3 hours on a Wednesday night. And the next one is December 3rd, and then I got December 17th.
So say I took December 3rd and December 17th.
Yeah.
Did I learn something different?
Oh, yeah, because it's up to you to bring the stuff that you want to work on. I'm never going to tell you what you should be and what you should not be, but I will give you avenues you can go down. Well, if you're going to talk about, cup cozies, you might want to talk about this and blah, 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 and branch out. There's always a different way of thinking. There's 6 other heads in the class that think differently than you do. So everybody's, contributes to the student that's up there, or the comic, and it just keeps the comic muscle flexing. And for me, it's even stimulating because it's like, I'm thinking about my own stuff going, yeah, I could do that with that, and blah, blah. You just get inspired by the whole feeling.
It was very cool in there. It was different.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, I took the class at the brokerage with Peter Bales, and that's a 7-week class, and I learned a lot from that too, but yours brought a different kind of dynamic to what I was trying to bring out myself.
I'm the guy that brings you from, I kind of feel like I'm the next step because you've learned how to become who you are to a degree. Now I'm going to kind of hone who you are with the material that you already have.
Right.
So it makes it's a different step. It's just like a different progression. So.
And do you work with comics, say, with mic technique? Because some people don't have very good mic technique.
I will like in the beginning of the class, I like to throw out like professional tips, what do's and don'ts and whatever. And every week I'm learning. After 26 years, I'm learning. I learned how to. I taught the class last week how to negotiate a deal. Because sometimes you undersell yourself, which I almost did at a venue, and I was like, oh, good, I'm glad I took that approach instead of this one, and I think I'm going to share that with the class. And it worked out beautifully. So I have an April to remember coming up.
So you're more of like the business sense of it, of how to handle your act now that you.
No, I'm not. I'm giving you ideas. I'm giving you punchlines. I'm giving you segues. I'm telling you my technique. I'm telling you how to move it. Maybe because some people go, well, I don't know how to segue. You know how to segue? Here's what you do. And then my mom said, blah, blah, blah. You know, the other day, and all you did was turn. That's all. It's that simple. And some people put so much pressure on having the words connect. You know, and it doesn't really matter as long as the audience senses the difference. That's all it is. And I don't know. It's just little tips like that people get out from under. They go, oh, okay, so I can just go from there to there. And yeah, you can.
See, I'm one of those people that I'm stuck on my words to have to segue through. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's nice to have that because I try to teach my class. This is what I take pride in. I try to teach my class in becoming more conversational with the audience, as opposed to, here's a joke, boom. Here's another joke, boom. I like the fact that I took one guy who had all one-liners, and it was all over the place as far as chronologically. I met with him one-on-one, which I also do, and we took his whole act and we made it a story. We took all his one-liners and made it a story from beginning to end. And he's been doing well. He's working in the city now. Wow. So, yeah, man, it's just amazing because we took a guy, I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do with this. And it was like, okay, now we got something. So, yeah, man, so it's a workshop. I do it twice, 2-3 times a month on a Wednesday night. So go to paulbond.tv, hit my Facebook page because I have a direct link there. And I post everything, whether I'm doing TV, radio, and the workshop.
And now, so where does this meet? Does it meet in the same venue?
Yes, it meets in Bohemia.
In Bohemia,
yeah.
Okay.
We have an office building that one of the comics actually works in, and we relegated that space.
And do you have a sound system?
Yes.
And everything? Yeah.
Yep. I always like the comic to feel like they're on stage, and because otherwise it just feels like you're talking to people. You know.
Yeah.
Some choose just to sit there and talk, but it's okay because they just want to throw out ideas and whatever. So.
Right.
That sounds great. Yeah.
Very cool.
Anyway, we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with Paul Bond again and John Consoli.
Oh my God! And a pumpkin.
And a pumpkin.
Hey!
You're watching the Gagootz Show on Madhouse TV.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Horsehair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
Being a fireman is more than just putting out blazes and giving kittens CPR. Sometimes my duty demands I fan the flames, like when a call comes in from a lady who needs immediate assistance. Maybe she needs help with a computer thing. Maybe she wants to go antique. Could be as simple as understanding that walking in heels it's hard. Aussi simple que l'été dernier à Paris. C'est sympa. Maybe it's ladies' night in, and she wants a simple, delicious recipe for margaritas with a twist. First, a can of limeade. Now hold on to this, you'll be using it. Side note, kittens make everything better. Next, add water. Now, a bottle of light beer. No, shh. Trust me, I'm a professional. And last, and most important, Sauza Blue Tequila. Now, mix it up. Ole. Yes, that's what I'm trained for. Whether it's to help her choose leggings or pants, telling her leggings are pants, or discussing leggings and jeggings versus pant pegging at her next ladies' night in, I'll come to the rescue. Don't call me a hero. Just call me. Let me know what time.
I'm Tommy Marr. I'm down in St. Bart's having a good time. A lot of people at this time, they like to go have a little cocktail. But you know what I do? I'm going to watch MadhouseTV.com. You got that right.
All new equipment, all new sets, exciting new shows for 2015, only on MadhouseTV.com. 2015 is coming, and so are exciting new shows on Madhouse TV. We're pouring more into what makes us so fun and different. All new sets, all new equipment, and more to enhance your viewing experience. It's a brand new year. Watch what happens on Madhouse TV.
And we're back here with our guests, Paul Bond, John Consoli, and as always, Stephen Perillo.
The triumphant return.
Did you see it?
So tight. Spit take. Spit take. No.
We only have 10 minutes to talk, and
I am your father.
I just. Oh, it broke. Oh, whoa. Can we air that?
Oh,
okay.
God.
Paul.
What?
Have you ever done, and you said you've done stuff with Metallica.
Yeah.
Have you ever done anything with Twisted Sister?
No.
Because you know Dee Schneider lives right here on Long Island.
Yeah, I know. He's I know. I met Dee. I met Dee during a BAB interview. But
you like the D?
I'm good into D. Yes.
Oh, good.
Yes.
Nicole actually has a really funny story about Twisted Sister, but mostly the bass player.
Yeah.
I already forgot his name.
Mark
Mendoza.
You were paying attention.
Yeah.
Yesterday, tell the story.
Yesterday we stopped here, and we had to drop off our new intro, and he was here, and the owner of the studio says to me, "Oh, this is Mark Mendoza. He waxes the floors here." I made a joke. Okay, cool. Nice to meet you. And I'm staring at him, and it almost looked like his mustache and his beard were like drawn on with an eyeliner pencil, and he had like a perfectly like rimmed hairline, and the back of his hair was gray, and the front was all dark and like black. And I'm looking at him like, is that for real? Like, is your face, it's for real? And he was like...
You said that to him?
Yeah, yeah.
She's a people person.
I'm like, is it for real? And he was like, what? And I'm like, why does it look like that? And he's like, why do you look like that? I'm like, my parents made me this way.
Yeah.
And then he made a joke, and he's like, you want to drink through a straw for the rest of your life? And I'm like, no.
Ow.
And then he walks away. He's like, oh, like kind of upset. Like, what?
I didn't know.
Now it's Twisted Pister.
Yeah. It was very funny, but...
Wow.
Oh,
yeah.
God.
Yeah, people hate when you call them on their stuff.
Yeah.
Right out of the box.
People don't like, you know, your hairline looks fake. Why is that?
What is that?
You look awful. Can I tell you that? I just met you. Yeah.
You're for real.
Yeah. It was really rude.
She needs a filter.
Well,
Dude,
no, she
terrible.
doesn't because that'll ruin her comedy.
Right. Okay, well, there's a time and place.
No, with people, though. Yeah. She needs to show some decorum, you know, in real life.
It just spews out.
Yeah,
It's really not
It's
nice.
like, why do you have a mullet? You know.
It happens.
Paul Bond has a new CD out.
Oh, I do. Thank
a
God.
new CD. Yeah, I
thought I was wanted for something.
Again.
I found this in the post office. No, a new CD called The Way I See It.
That's right.
Starring Paul Bond. Now, this is your third CD?
That's my fourth CD.
Fourth.
And this has been around a while, but this is a classic. This one here is called The Very Filthy Triple Xmas. And it lives up to its name. Trust me. This will change your holidays forever. 32 tracks of sheer horror. And let me tell you something. The music sounds like the original song, so nobody knows the words are going to be messed up until they hear it. So it's great when you, it's great when you dance carving the turkey and you slap that in and grandma's there and you lovely weather, hit some titty boys together with you. Wow. You know, yeah.
Well, that
absolutely.
goes our
You can
public
say that on
access
TV. You can say titty. It's okay.
You can.
Now, this is your fourth CD. I have two of your CDs.
Oh, right.
I have the first, Don't Imagine Bad Things.
Oh, wow. That's the first. That's a classic.
That's a classic. And the second, that
Paul
one.
Bond Live Plus One. That's another one. And then there's Alive and Not Well. And then this one.
All right. I think I have that one.
Yeah.
So,
Live
Steve,
and
if Paul has 4 CDs and Benny owns 2 of them, how many more of Paul's CDs does Benny need to complete the set? 2. 2, he said.
Oh, my. Plus the holiday one as a bonus. That's right.
It's a trick question.
Questions are always trick for Steve.
Right.
Did he even sign them for you?
Yes. Well, I will.
Yes.
Sign it.
One was signed to me. The other one was signed to my son, Ryan.
Right.
Because Ryan had met him a long time ago.
Absolutely. Long time ago.
Long time ago. Now, how can I get one of these?
Oh,
online?
well,
you already have one.
I know. I was going to say.
Oh, the new one.
How can our audience members get
Well,
these?
here's the thing. That one is so new, it's not on my website. So Facebook me, and I'll send you one. This one is on my website. And it's one for at live, it's cheaper because there's shipping and handling. And when I handle your CD, let me just tell you something. The fingerprints don't come off. So you really want to go live. Yes. Am I right, Johnny?
Plus, they get to see your show, man.
Yes. And by the way, I worked with this son of a gun.
What a good time,
And
huh?
you kicked. This guy rocks and rolls. In fact, now I book him with me if I can. That's how good this mother is. You got nervous there for a second. Father.
I got to tell you, man, that the night we worked together,
that was crazy.
You did your homage to Carlin.
George Carlin,
that just, holy cow.
Thank you.
Unbelievable. Talk about nailing and it's not just the voice. He's got the mannerisms, and the set that he wrote is in the style of. So it's not him doing Carlin's act. It's an all new material.
It's on the CD, yeah.
Oh,
in the style. Holy cow!
You know, because Carlin did the 7 dirty words you couldn't say on TV. That was his first classic, known piece.
And
I said, what if we were alive today to do reinvent that piece and talk about how the words became dirty? So it's inspired by George, not written by George, but I perform it like George. So it comes out like that. And it's more clever than it is cursing for the sake of cursing. So it's a 7-minute piece that I'm very proud of. And thank you,
that's
John.
good
That's
stuff,
very
man.
cool.
That's great. It's been a while since Nancy and I have seen your act.
So I've got to come
have
out.
to. You're going to be on the island soon?
I'll be on the island.
Yeah?
You know how to get me.
We
I'm
gotta
here,
do-
ain't I?
We got to do those Mike Dillon shows together.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Mike's
Mike
going
Dillon.
through some stuff, man.
Yes.
Mike Dillon's the man, by the way, and I feel awful because I kept saying my workshop. But Mike Dillon is the guy that puts the workshop together every time. Mike Dillon is he's a great friend, and he's going through some rough times, and he's had some operations recently because of his diabetes. And I just want to say there is a place you can go to donate for Michael, because it's just one thing after the other, and I feel god-awful for him. So prayers to you, Mikey. I love you. You know that. And I hope to see you back in class soon.
And before we go, Nicole has a show Mike is doing?
Oh, yeah. Well, he just messaged me during our break, and it's December 20th.
Yay!
At the Clarion Hotel.
At the Clarion Hotel.
Great venue.
I will be on that show.
Okay.
Oh, all right.
Hey, so I'm probably going to be on that show.
Cool. Good.
Yeah.
Glad to hear it.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
great.
Benny, see if we can get your face in there.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. I love Mike. I've done a lot of shows with Mike.
When's
He's a
he coming
great
down?
guy. Great guy. What?
When's he coming down?
Well,
Who, Mike Dillon?
Yeah, he should.
I'll talk to him.
We-
I'll talk to him right now.
I know some people. I can make that up.
All right, anyway, it's been a great show. As usual, 1 hour went by in 5 minutes.
Yes.
And I hope you guys come back real soon.
Absolutely.
Let's have a big round of applause. Paul Bond.
Yeah,
well. Paul Bond and John Consoli. Thank you for coming down.
Thank you.
Great show. Thanks a lot.
Have a happy Thanksgiving,
Have a happy
everyone.
Thanksgiving, everyone.
Sonic guns.
Wow.